Welcome to the Brandon T Show. Here where we bring you everything that's important to the working man. When we say working man, it's we're not politically correct here. Working man is men, women, whoever out here getting it. And with that said, this is the Working Man Committee. There's some interesting stories out here going on. And like we bring to you here all the time. A lot of crazy things happen in this country, and a lot of crazy things happen around the world. With this being election year, there's a lot of craziness and so forth, a lot of surprising stories, and so forth. But we want to start today a little different. So if y'all listen to the news here today, on this Tuesday, tragedy in the rap community here, Takeoff. A member of the Migos was fatally shot outside of a private party in Houston, police say. Takeoff is one third of the platinum selling group the Migos, which he was shot and killed Tuesday in Houston. Sources close to the group confirmed it to CNN. He was 28 years old. Police received a call of a shooting in progress around 2:34 p.m. local time. Houston police chief says that in a news conference Tuesday, officers arrived to a billiards and bowling alley in Houston at a private party and found a man dead at the scene. Two other people, a 23-year-old man and a 24-year-old man, were also injured in the shooting and took themselves to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. It's terrible. Like I said, it's very terrible. Hate to see any tragic loss of any kind, and condolences go out to his family, friends, and his fans. So sad. Well, but like I said, got to be very careful out here in certain areas, parties and so forth. And from my understanding, he's an Atlanta rapper, and he was out in Houston for an event and so forth. And like I said, it's a very terrible thing. All right, gonna change gears tonight, get into some other things. All right, so let's get to it. So, climate change. Yes, we're gonna start with climate change today. To lighten up. See, we got Jennifer here. She got a story here. Climate change could turn some blue lakes into green or brown. All right. How'd you come up with this? What's going to take the changes? Okay, some picturesque blue lakes may not be blue in the future thanks to climate change. In the first global tally of lake colors. Oh, snap. Okay, lake colors, gotcha. All right, working man. They tallying lake colors. Okay, the researchers estimated roughly 1/3 of Earth's lakes are blue. Okay, 1/3. Okay. 1/3 of blue. Write that down. Blue. But should average summer air temperatures rise a few degrees, some of these crystal waters could turn a murky green or brown. The team reports back in September 28th. Okay, so they're like, all right, air gets a little warmer, just a couple degrees, the whole lake gonna turn brown. Okay, why do y'all say that? Changing hue could alter alter how people use the water and offer clues about the stability of the lake ecosystem. Hold up, okay. So if it does change, see, lake color depends in part on what's in the water, but factors such as water depth and surrounding land also matters. Compared with blue lakes, green lakes, and brown lakes have more algae segments and organic matter in them. Okay, so what we saying? What are y'all saying? So Blue Lake So they're saying that the lakes could be warmer and get used more, and then so in turn there could be more organic matter in it. Is that what we're saying? So the warmer air temperature could cause more usage, and more organic matter would spawn, and algae would spawn from that. So you're saying people going outside enjoying themselves, animals moving around, and so forth, with the warmer weather would be happier, and in turn, in that cause water to be brown, so it should be colder, so people stay out of the water. Is that what we're saying? All right, stay out of the water next summer, so the water stay blue. Yeah, that's what the scientists say. Yeah, and and then changing gears and more science. I know. Now, the James Webb Telescope, y'all. It's an interesting thing. This thing's got all these different cameras and sensors on it. It's supposed to be able to see all this stuff, deep field. It's supposed to be able to, and then turn see if there's oxygen in planets and so forth. So the James Webb Telescope spotted CO2 in an exoplanet's atmosphere. Uh-oh, CO2. The James Webb Telescope got its first sniff of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of planet near another solar system. Okay, out there. So it looked out there, deep field, did whatever thing. I guess you could see carbon in its way the waves work and so forth. But okay, gotcha. So it's seen it out there. I'm like, that looks but smells like carbon. Yeah. And so the finding was back in August the 23rd, and the ESC also points to finding some greenhouse gases in the atmosphere of smaller, rockier planets that are more Earth-like. So this planet wasn't Earth-like enough, but it's found carbon monoxide in other planets. So carbon monoxide is out there. So can we say carbon monoxide could be plentiful out there? Can we? But anyway, I don't know. The planet dubbed WASP-39b is a huge and puffy. That's what they said, huge and puffy. It is a bit wider than Jupiter, but as massive as Saturn, and it orbits its star every 4 Earth days, making it scurrilingly hot. Okay, so it's close to its star, and it goes around it in warp speed every 4 days. So Monday to Thursday, it done went around. Okay. Let's see. And then so the James Webb Telescope is out there doing this thing, y'all. Finding carbon, looking for it, and so forth. All right. So we're gonna come back to Earth a little bit. There was an attack a couple weeks ago about Nancy Pelosi's husband. Nancy Pelosi is the Democratic Speaker of the House of the United States, and her husband Paul Pelosi was attacked, and in intending to kidnap him, Pelosi says. The man accused of breaking into Speaker Pelosi's house and victimizing her husband intended to kidnap her and possibly break her kneecaps. Whoa, snap. That old knee, man, he be watching some old Bob movies right there. He want to break some kneecaps. Let's see. As told to San Francisco police after the arrest, if Nancy if Nancy Pelosi were to tell the truth, he would let her go. And if she lied, he was gonna break her kneecaps. Dang. So that would have hold on. Let's rewind that. So old buddy went there to get Nancy and we're gonna tie her up. And if she told the truth, she'd go free. All right. Whatever answer he had for, but if she lied, he was breaking kneecaps. Wow. That's crazy. See, Nancy Pelosi said in a statement on Monday night that Paul is making a steady progress on what will be on a long road for recovery. Paul admitted to the hospital after the assault and underwent what Speaker's office describes as a successful surgery to repair a skull fragment. Dang! A serious injury to his right arm and hand. So this guy attacked. So a little backstory. This guy attacked him with a hammer. Got over the wall out there in San Francisco. Got to the house and attacked him with a hammer. Dang. So old buddy was serious about what he was trying to do. Let's see. So they called him. He's in jail. That's a bit much. Now going the violence route. I mean, try to, you know what I'm saying, you want her to tell you the truth about whatever you got, man. It was ridiculous. I mean, we need to get a hold of ourselves out here. All right. And, recommend this story, we need to look at this one here. So, Amazon drivers are at risk of dog attacks. They are looking for answers. Now, everybody got dogs out here. I mean, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? The lonelier you are, the more dogs you have. Yes. And so with y'all animals and so forth, y'all not, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to order these packages to have everything brought to your house, but then y'all don't want to secure your animals. Y'all want the convenience of not having to go to the store and get something and so forth. But it's getting a little crazy. It's right here. Drivers speak out after a driver was killed in a suspicious dog attack during a delivery and pointed to policy that makes it harder for safety. Yeah, so a driver was attacked by a dog and killed. That is ridiculous. David Taylor, delivered in New York, was dropping off an Amazon package late September when two dogs approached and immediately attacked him, growling. Feeling he had limited time to get to safety, he turned and ran, but one of the dogs bit him before he reached the delivery van. This was the first incident. Another dog bit him earlier that month, but this one left more lasting impression. Taylor sought emergency medical care, getting stitches and as well as a rabies, tetanus, and antibiotic shot. He found no infection and is still waiting for surgery for the wounds. Man, these folks, these dogs out here, like I said, y'all want these services and so forth, but y'all ain't make sure y'all dogs is up and so forth. I mean, a lot of y'all said y'all need to make sure, like I said, that y'all dogs are up. Let's protect the services that y'all want. Y'all want Amazon man to come to y'all house. Y'all want the food delivery to come to y'all house and all that stuff. Y'all make sure y'all dogs is up so these people can do their job in peace. All right. Back to politics, but not in this country. We're going to talk about, it's like I said, this election year here, election year around the world for everybody. Let's see. Netanyahu is Israeli. He's been prime minister like 4 or 5 times. He lose, get back, lose, get back. Posed to make a comeback in Israel election as exit polls show. Former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, that goes by a nickname of Bibi, appeared to be well to return to power after exit polls show on Tuesday election showed his right-wing bloc heading to a narrow majority lifted by a strong showing from the far-right allies. Now Bibi went through a scandal last election and lost. Now, another election year, hey, keep rolling into it. Israel's longest-serving premier was on trial for corruption charges when he denied and posed to take 61 to 62 of the 121 seats, the narrow majority, according to Israel television exit polls. It's a good start, Netanyahu, 73, said in a video broadcast in Israel public broadcast, but adding that exit polls were not the real polls. So they got 120 seats. Benjamin BB is scheduled. It looked like he gonna get 61 or 62 of them, putting him in the majority. And then when they put the majority, then in turn they figure out who the prime minister is from the majority. And it looks like if the exit polls hold up and so forth, like old BB, Benjamin Netanyahu, will be back in power. All right. And our final story of the night. And this one caught me a little bit, y'all. This one caught me a little bit. Georgia is allowing unborn children to count as dependent on taxes. Pregnant people in Georgia will now be able to count their fetuses as a dependent on their taxes and file for child support according to state law. Now, check this out, y'all. Now, I know, like, you can put on your taxes as a fetus, but look what they're doing, though. Georgia state law turns this tissue mass that some people would say that the pro-choice people that really ain't pro-choice, they're really for abortion. They ain't pro, because like I said, if you say hey pro-choice and you're like I want to have a baby, not abortion, then it's an argument. So, but anyway, I digress. And so the fetus is now a child, and so now to abort this child could be more of a murder charge. But anyway. That's just my opinion on it. But here we go. The state revenue announced this week it will recognize any unborn child with what's this? With a human heartbeat. With a detectable human heartbeat. So the heartbeat is eligible for a Georgia individual tax income dependent exemption, which is $3,000. Whoa. So if there's a heartbeat, you can go down there and file that child on your taxes. So if you get pregnant in December of this year in Georgia, and there's a heartbeat before the 31st, you can file that child on your taxes. Ain't that something? The new tax guidelines from the state officially comes 2 weeks after Federal Appeals Court of Georgia's so-called heartbeat law titled the Living Infant Fairness and Equality Life Act could take immediate effect following the Supreme Court decision on June to overturn Roe v. Wade, giving power back to the state to decide abortion access. The law prevents decades of previous decades of unconstitutional by federal law of June 22 bearing from taking effect. Okay, so under legislation, Brian Kemp signed the law in effect, and abortion is banned at a heartbeat. So if there's a heartbeat, you cannot have an abortion, which happens early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. So if you're gonna have an abortion, you gotta have it before 6 weeks. There's exemption for medical emergency, medical malfeasance, pregnancy, and rape incest if police report is filed. So for it to be rape or incest and having an abortion, that's okay. There's got to be a police report filed. So there's got to be something on record. You just can't, you and your boyfriend or so just be having sex or whatever, get pregnant, and then you like, well, yeah, you raped me that night. You know what I'm saying? But in that case, you're going to jail. Yeah. So I don't know how y'all feel about that. That you get, you know what I'm saying, get tax credit and so forth. Maybe it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe it'll stem abortion and so forth and have other measures taken. Yeah. But anyway, tonight's stories, I tell you, it's more, like I said, the Amigos takeoff thing, that's terrible, senseless violence. Hopefully justice in that case. And, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna leave it at that. And sign off, this has been the Brandon T Show. And we'll see you next time. Peace.